Productivity has been a big factor of my life that I wanted to improve on for the past year. And as I started to try to improve it, I noticed that I really wasn't changing many things in my life, and I wasn't really being productive. I always caught myself on my phone, scrolling through Instagram or through other social medias on Facebook, looking at things that really didn't make a difference in my life, nor did they improve my life. So I really noticed myself not being very productive and just wasting a lot of time doing meaningless things that I didn't care about. And as I went throughout the year, I noticed that my productivity wasn't improving, and it was something that I wanted to improve on in the beginning of the year. It was a thing that I wanted to emphasize on throughout the year, but I really just wasn't doing anything to make it any better. I believe the biggest reason for this is because I didn't have a system in place or put rules behind the things that I wanted to get done. I didn't have discipline, and I believe discipline is probably one of the biggest factors that goes into being productive, and I really just didn't have any of that. So as I was being not productive, I came to realize that I needed to make a change, and I needed to put rules on the areas of life that I wanted to improve. Now, when I say rules, I still start to think, I don't want to follow rules. I don't want to put rules in my life. I kind of want to do whatever I want to do. But I realized that you have to have these little tiny rules to make yourself start to do the things that you want to do. So for example, if you want to go to the gym, you don't necessarily just go to the gym and expect to have the body that you want or get the results that you want just going to the gym and just doing whatever you want to do. You usually put a system in place, so like a workout routine. Maybe you'll go on Monday and work out legs, and then on Tuesday you'll do a push system to where you'll do all your push workouts, and then the next day you'll do a pull workout. So you kind of set yourself in a routine of different rules and systems that you got to follow to actually get the results that you want. So your workout routine is probably the biggest system or rule that you implement in your life, but what about the little things? And that's kind of what I wanted to tackle. I wanted to tackle the little tiny micro commitments all throughout the day to make myself feel like I am productive, because when I do go to the gym, I know I'm being productive and I know I was productive at the gym, but what about all throughout the rest of the day? So a great system that I implemented into my life is something called the 2-minute rule. And what this states is, when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Now, the big picture behind this rule is to make that habit feel and sound as easy as possible to begin. So once you put in that 2 minutes and you start to do the productive thing that you want to do, you're going to notice that you put in the 2 minutes and you want to continue to do it. So for example, something that I've been implementing this on is reading. Now, when I think of reading, I think of reading 10 pages a night or 15 pages a night, and it sort of kind of pushes me off. It kind of turns me off to where I don't want to actually read 10 pages. It kind of scares me away. So I've been using the 2-minute rule to implement into my reading and tell myself I'm going to put in 2 minutes of reading, which is going to be about 1 or 2 pages. And once I get that under my belt, once I actually accomplish 2 minutes of reading, I'm more than likely going to keep on reading and continue to bust out that 10 pages. But when I tell my brain and when I tell myself that I'm going to put 2 minutes in and read my book for 2 minutes, I usually just want to keep on going. I can also do this on an audiobook. So sometimes when I think of listening to an audiobook, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have to put in an hour of my time to listen to this audiobook. And again, it just kind of scares me away. I don't necessarily want to put in that hour because it kind of sounds like a long time. But when I tell myself that I'm going to press play and it's going to be a 2-minute read, then I definitely want to get to it, because I know that if it's 2 minutes, then it's nothing. But once I get to it and I start listening to that audiobook, then I just continually want to listen to that audiobook. I'm already 2 minutes in. I might as well just finish the chapter or finish the segment that they're reading off. And that's a good way to actually get through that audiobook and put in some actual productive work. And ever since I've been implementing this 2-minute rule for my reading, it's pretty much been a morning habit of mine. So I continue to wake up every morning and throw on an audiobook or open up my book, read at least a page, at least 2 minutes worth, and usually I'm just going to continue to do it, whether that be for 30 minutes, for an hour, whatever I feel like I want to do. But I know that I'm getting my 2 minutes in, and I already picked it up picked up the book and started reading, or pressed play on the audiobook and started to listen. Another area of my life that I like to implement this 2-minute rule is cleaning the house. Now, this is probably one of the biggest ones because as I go throughout my day, I start to get messy and I put things on the table, I leave dishes out, I do little things to kind of just messy up my house. So when I implement the 2-minute rule on my house and cleaning my house, I tell myself I'm gonna put 2 minutes in tidying up the place, putting away little things that shouldn't be out, cleaning off the table, cleaning off the counters, maybe spraying off the counters, wiping them down, and really just putting 2 minutes of effort towards cleaning up my house. And at that point, once I'm already started, I usually just want to continue to keep on doing it. So I'll wipe down all the counters and then I'll notice that there's dirt on the floor. So maybe I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm already in it, I'm already starting to clean, I'm already in the groove. I might as well sweep up the floor, mop it, and then continue to just keep on doing that. And to sort of touch on that, I like to use the 2-minute rule as little increments throughout my day. So as I'm just going throughout the day and I notice that there's little messes here and there, I'll say, okay, I'm gonna take 2 minutes, tidy up as much as I can in 2 minutes. And if I continue to do this all throughout the day, just do it a few times, maybe 5 times throughout the day while I'm home, and I put 2 minutes in each time, I'm gonna have a clean house by the end of the day. Everything's gonna be picked up and I'm not really gonna have to worry about it. And at this point, since I've been implementing this rule, I really like having a clean house now. I figured that it's not that hard to actually clean up and get things done, because before I started implementing this 2-minute rule, I would let the house just be a disaster and I would look at all of the messes that I have and it kind of pushed me away. I didn't necessarily want to start to clean because I knew that if I started to clean, it's going to turn into a 2-hour process, an hour process, whatever it may be, but it kind of turned me off and I didn't really want to clean up. So it kind of made me feel lazy in a sense. Another trick I like to play on my mind with the 2-minute rule is putting on my workout clothes, my running shoes, and my earphones. So usually it takes about 2 minutes, maybe a little bit less, to put on all of that, put on my running shoes, put on my clothes, put on my earphones, and tell myself I'm gonna go on a run. Oftentimes when I think about going on a run, I think about running 3 miles, and it just doesn't sound very nice. It doesn't sound like it's very fun. I could find a bunch of other things to do, but I really wanna reap the benefits of running and just take in all of the benefits of being healthy, going on a run, getting my exercise in. But my brain it always wants to tell me not to go because I can find another thing to do, or maybe I'll find another more productive thing to do. But if I take 2 minutes to put on all my gear, put on my shoes, put on my headphones, throw on a podcast or some music, then it tells my mind that I'm already halfway there and all I really need to do is get out of the door and run. Usually if I already have all of this stuff on, I'm already committed. Now, that's not to say that I always go, because sometimes I don't. I'll put on all my stuff and I'll still talk myself out of not going and not running. But if I'm already halfway there to where I put on all my stuff, I have my headphones in, and I'm just ready to go run, then I might as well get out the door and go run. I might as well do it. And this may take some practice, just like with running anything else. You're gonna tell yourself that you're gonna do it. It's only gonna take 2 minutes. You start to do it, and maybe you don't want to go run, or maybe you actually go out and run for 2 minutes. Maybe you tell yourself, I want to run for 2 minutes. You go out and run for 2 minutes and you'll come back. But in most cases, you'll really tell yourself that you should just keep on going, because why not? You're already out there. You might as well put in the real work and actually get the full benefits out of it. So just like cleaning, you can clean for 2 minutes and stop, but you're probably going to tell yourself, what did I really do? Did I really have that much productivity? Did it really help my life that much? And you'll just continue to clean. Or like reading, you'll read for 2 minutes, and most cases you'll actually get into the book at 2 minutes, and you want to just keep on going. Or you'll tell yourself 2 minutes of reading really isn't gonna benefit me, so I might as well just keep on going. I'm already here, I'm already sat down, I have my book open, might as well just keep on doing it. And that's kind of what it's helped me with. If I can just commit to a little bit at a time, then I know that I'm gonna continue to do that task, and I'm gonna be more productive at that point. So I've only been implementing this 2 minute rule for not very long, probably a few months now, but it seriously has shown so much drastic change in my productivity. I've gotten so much more done, and it really just has helped me because, like I said in the beginning, that rule behind little tasks is definitely important. It's kind of like the foundation to what you're trying to do. and putting a rule on it or putting a system in place to actually do it definitely helps. So try to implement this 2-minute rule in your own life. On those little tasks that you want to get done, try to minimize it into 2 minutes and try to create a habit out of it. And I really think that it will help you. And let me know in the comments what you guys can figure out and what you can actually put the 2-minute rule on. If you like videos like this, definitely consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing more minimalistic videos, if that's a word, minimalism videos, and just, you know, life hacks like this, little things that I've been implementing into my life. So if that's something that you are interested in, definitely subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like, share it with someone, comment, do all those things, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.